So, right now I have, my insurance company, I have roadside assistance. Oh my gosh. I'm like looking forward to go home. I'm tired. I'm like, oh man, it's been a long day with patients. And then now my car is stuck here, you know. And it's weird because what happened was I got it was weird. It's like something said low tire pressure, said pressure was at 28, right? Out of nowhere, it goes all the way down to 1, and then I look outside and I see the tire is flat. I'm like, what the hell's going on, Oh my gosh, it's crazy, I mean, like, it just seems like every time I turn around something bad has got to happen, every single time I was like, oh, geez, I can't get a freaking break, you know but I'm just waiting here. I'm just thankful that someone's coming, thank God that somebody's on their way, but I don't know how long it's going to be before they get here. It may be an hour, but what I am happy is I'm right near my job. So if I have to go to the bathroom or anything or sit inside for a little, I will go and do that. But it's just like, it's weird because I left early for work today. There was no low tire pressure on at all. Everything was fine. I mean, I was driving. I drove to work perfectly fine. Then I come back out, I start my car, and first thing I see coming up is a tire sign, and it said pressure's at 23. Now it's completely flat. There's like nothing left on the bottom of that tire. So I'm wondering if when I drove, if I ran over like what is it, like a nail or something. I don't know. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But other than that, it's been a very busy day. A lot of patients, a lot of heartaches, a lot of running around. I was just looking forward to go home and relaxing. I was like, I just want to go home and relax, you know, get inside, close my eyes and just take a nap. Well, now that ain't going to happen now. And I'm keeping my doors locked because I don't trust people around here. It's nighttime, who knows? And my tire's flat. I'm going to have to take my keys out and start slicing somebody to come near me. And see, I don't live nowhere near home. I mean, I don't work nowhere near home. See, I'm so tired that I can't really even think, I don't live nowhere near home. So I'm about 45 minutes away from my home, my job. So it's not like, okay, I can call up a family member or someone and say, hey, come up here real quick and go do a lift on my tire. It's not like that. Hi, Justine. How you doing? How's everything going? I'm stuck here. I'm stuck here in my scrubs. I'm stuck here at work in front of my job because my tire on the right side went flat. I'm like hoping that the other tires are okay. I'm about to go look real quick, but let's just make sure there ain't no weird person standing around before I do. Oh, Justine. Oh, I've been, very busy. It's been a lot going on. And I've been, just been very busy. So I haven't really been on a lot like I used to be. But the past couple of times this week, I did a few like very short streams, quick messages, but nothing too major, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it's just been work, busy, and all sorts of craziness going on. It's just like one thing after another, You can't even take it serious anymore. There's always something bad happening. Let me see this tire here. This one looks okay. This one here. I just want to make sure. It just seems like these things are just suddenly happening. My husband's like, it just seems like we're being attacked every moment. I said, I know. And then here's this one. Let me see this one here. This one here is the one that's all flat. Look at that. The whole thing is flat. Completely flat. The top part is okay. But yeah. How's your day going, Justine? I would call my coworker, but I don't want to drag her out when I have, roadside assistance. But I know. I'm tired, Justine. I'm like really tired. It's been a very busy day. Patients running around, and I was like, it's time to go home. And I was like telling my coworker Janice, I'm ready to go lay down and go take a nap and sleep. I'm so tired, maybe get up and then maybe make some dinner for my husband. Well, it ain't gonna happen now. It sucks. I'm telling you, it's someone with two horns and a pitchfork that's just starting some games with me. I tell you, you know. But I am thankful though that it's just a flat tire, nothing worse. It could be a lot worse, you know. And at least I got roadside assistance coming. Who's that? Is that roadside assistance? No, that's not them. Let me see. I see like a tow truck thing sitting there, but I don't think that's Progressive. It has like a car sitting in the back of his, it like looks like it's towing someone. I don't think that's them. They said they would send me a text message when they come out here. I don't know how long that's going to be, Okay, I'm a pit of a break. In a minute, I have to clean the floor, then I am done. Oh, are you at work, Justine? I'm finished work. I'm ready to go home. I just want to get in bed. And then tomorrow I'm just going to, I think I'm just going to shoot my way over to the tire place and just get that tire fixed ASAP. Get a new tire in. My husband, when we bought this car back in August, they had mentioned to us that the tires were expired, but they were still good because the tread on it was still, still at a good measure and height. So, I don't know if that's why, and maybe I need to just start working on getting all new tires. I'm going to go back to the same place I went to last time at Mavis and try to get these tires fixed one by one, because I'm like, it's turning winter, and I have a feeling this winter is going to be a bad winter. I don't think it's going to be a good winter at all. Yes, oops, bit level. I hate being dyslexic. Hey, it's good. I know what you mean, because he says I am a bit of a break. But I figure you were at work, you were busy. But yeah, it's just like constant. It's like, let me put this down on here until those people come. It's just constant all the time, like something crazy. It's like one thing after another has been happening. And it's just like, and it's stuff that don't make any sense. And, like first dealing with my apartment complex, they, back before I went on vacation, they were like, we're getting the lawyers and stuff for you. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Oh, you didn't pay your rent by the 15th day. I'm like, wait, I already took a money order out. So then I realized I forgot to put the money order into the Dropbox. And that's something I never forget to do. So I'm like, what the hell? And I said, it hasn't even been 30 days and you're contacting the lawyers and all this stuff. So Justine is crazy. So then I called them up. I said, I love how you guys are shady and you're sneaking behind my back doing shady stuff. No, it wasn't like that. It's just there's too many people to keep a track of. I said, yeah, it's too many people to keep a track of, but you could keep a track of me to report me to the lawyers, right? It wasn't that hard to track me then, was it? and they gave me a $300 like legal fees fine and on top of my stuff. It was ridiculous. And I love you too. I'm going through a sleepless time, insomnia. Oh boy. I hope everything's okay, Justine. Yes, you get some sleep. Definitely get some sleep is important. You need your sleep. And not just that. They say if you have lack of sleep, it can bother your heart. Cause heart issues. So definitely get some sleep. Sometimes when we're stressed, we got too much on our mind. It's overactive. It can keep us awake. But I won't hold you because I know you're busy. You got things to do. So I'll let you. Oh, what's wrong with this YouTube? YouTube has been hiding and censoring people's stuff. Okay, there it goes. says, I am having a shit time. I am finding it, though, to clean. Finding it hard to clean. Okay. All right, Justine. All right, take care, Justine. Oh boy, that's so weird that they went and they put this message is held for review. It's weird. You know, YouTube has been doing some strange stuff lately. You know, this happened, what was it, yesterday, I think? You know, I'm driving and Sam Spade comes on and all these weird stuff starts happening where he says that one of his comments got deleted or something like that. And I'm like, what, really? And I'm looking around, like, I don't see anything, you know. But see, I'm on YouTube, so now I can actually see, you know, what's being deleted and everything. On StreamYard, you really can't do that on there. But I figure, you know, I mentioned about all this stuff that's been going on. I mean, started with that apartment complex thing. Then after that, it got duped out during my vacation. Somehow I got charged double the amount of money I was supposed to get on the hotel room, double charge a night. I was like, wait, I'm not staying for 3 nights. I'm only staying for 2 nights. And that was a whole fiasco. Then there was something else that happened with our finances. It just seems like one thing after another, weird, kooky things. And then we got held behind on a couple of bills, and there was something else that happened recently that I was just, I got duped out of a check or whatever. Something happened where there was a miscalculation, and then I ended up getting half of the check money that I was supposed to have. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? It just seems like something bad keeps happening every single time. Then this whole thing right here with the tire, and I just, these are, you know, like I said, they were expired tires, but they were never used. You know, this car only, when I purchased it, only had 20,000 miles on it, you know, so it wasn't a lot, you know. It's just been really strange lately that all these things are going on. That's not everything. That's just a few things. You know, on top of me working, on top of everything getting busy, on top of all the stuff that's been going on with my loved ones, and, you know, being in the hospital, just health problems. You know, it's just like, I just know that the enemy has been at work and he's been attacking. You know, so it's like a lot of times, you know, they're going to attack you the most. You know, the devil's going to try to attack the children of God the most. You know, I'm not saying people who are not kids and children of God don't get attacked. You know what I mean? But in his head, he says, I already got them. I don't have to cause so much distress on them. I don't have to get, you know, put so much onto them. I already have them. The children of God, he can never have, but he wants to cause havoc in our life. You know? And it's just been just weird. This whole year has been like this. It's been like this for the whole year. It's not like this the first time. Then we got accused of something we didn't do, and the apartment complex said, "Oh, you put new locks on the door. You know, you got 3 days. You're gonna get kicked out. Whatever." I said, "What?" I said, "We never put nothing in the door," and they were trying to evict us. Now this was before the whole accident, and it was just weird. It was just like boom, 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 boom. Just things kept badly happening, back from back. And it's like, okay, well, all right, I had my surgery, go back to work. Then that happens. You're like, yeah, I don't know about this. You're going to have to, your inspection failed now. And yeah, you know, you changed the locks on that door. And I was like, no, I didn't. And I had to show the emails. Thank goodness I did, because they believed me and my husband changed the locks without reporting it when we never did. So then they could come back and apologize. I'm so sorry. What happened was, they used the wrong key to get in your door. So you want to just throw an accusation without trying to verify anything. So that was weird in itself. Then, then the accident, then 2 days after the accident, a loved one of mine get put in the hospital. I mean, with 1,000, like, it's just unbelievable, with a numerous amount of problems all at once, life-threatening, you know, and it's like been like that throughout the whole freaking summer. You know, God, it's really God that's been keeping this person alive and moving, honestly. And they're very thankful, you know. But it just seems like, it's just back from back from back from back from back from back from back. Just like things keep happening. It's like this enemy's like pricking us all like this on the edge, on the side, like just sitting there, hitting, just trying to get on our nerves, you know? And it's crazy, and then, I'm like, I'm almost like didn't want to tell my in-laws, my mother-in-law or anybody about it, because it just seems like every time we turn around there's some bad news. And then sometimes you tell people things, they begin to not believe it, especially when this many bad things keep happening. So it's like, I don't know, I mean, that many bad things keep happening. So it's like I don't like to tell people too much about like what's going on in my personal life or with people, my loved ones, especially my loved ones, because it's like when I tell them something else happened, it's like, what, again? Oh my God, this happened this time? Oh my gosh, oh, how's this person still standing? You know what I mean? It's hard for people to believe. So it's like I don't really tell too much, but it's been crazy. My husband, before I went on, he was just like, it just seems like every time we turn around, something bad is gonna happen. It's like you don't get. It's like when I get, I am definitely having a glass of wine. I'm gonna have some cranberry wine. I'm going to relax and read my Bible. And I mean, I don't have to wait to go home to pray. I can pray right here with God right now. I mean, it's perfect time because, you're with the Lord, it's quiet, and got to wait till I get the text message from from Progressive. So I'm hoping that, they come soon. I was having all these plans. I wanted to go home and just take a nice little nap and then get cooking, and oh, that ain't gonna happen. No break. All work, no play. Makes Candy a dodo girl. Makes Candy a dull girl, right? All work and no play makes Candy a dull girl. There you go. But yes, I'm just thankful I'm definitely near somewhere where I can at least go to a potty, because there was a time that, I mentioned before when I broke down. I think it was 2 years ago. And this is when I was still hanging with my friend before I cut her off out of my life. I was driving on the main highway home and I broke down in the old car that got totaled. And I remember, at the time I didn't have roadside assistance. I didn't have a lot of coverage put on my car. Now I'm a little bit more smarter now. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put roadside assistance on the car. I'm going to make sure that, I, put all these, not warranties, but how when you buy a car, they offer you coupons and discounts. They'll tell you, okay, this will be covered. This service is going to be covered for this amount every month. And I say, you know what? Even if I got to pay extra, I'm going to do it because it's worth it. I drive far for work every day, and the winter time is going to come. I don't want to be stuck in the cold. Hell no, So at the time I did it though. When I broke down 2 years ago, I didn't. And I remember just being stuck there. The car wouldn't move, nothing was working. I think it was the AC compressor or whatever. The car completely just broke down. Wouldn't move, nothing. Start up, nope. No AC coming out, nothing. It was the middle of summer. It was really hot. And I remember calling Progressive because I didn't know what to do. I was just so lost. It's like, at this point, I'm so desperate for anybody's help. And I prayed to the Lord. I prayed to God and I prayed to the Lord and told him, I said, God, I said, Lord, help me. I said, I trust in you. Along those lines, I just pretty much in my prayer made it known that I trust him. I don't know how I'm going to get out of the situation. I just know that you're going to help me, that you're going to get me out of this. Then I was on the phone with the progressive people. There was a woman. She sounded like she was Asian or so. And at first she was like, oh, we don't normally help people after driving after 10 miles. You know, we don't really go and help you out. But she says, for this one time only, we are willing to go ahead and help you out. You know, tow your car pretty much. My car was just completely broke down. Well, needless to say, right after that, something told me, Candace, turn the ignition on. Just turn it on. And I go, turn the ignition on. And I put my foot on the, you know, like on a brake, you know, you turn your car on, turn the ignition, it's like, it's like stalling, but it's starting to make sound. I'm like, what is, oh shoot. And it's been like almost like an hour and a half, I say I was sitting there. The car's broke down. And I'm like, this can't, oh my gosh, this can't be real. I'm sitting there turning the ignition on. I'm like, it was all bumpy. I was like, oh my gosh. And I was just so shocked. I said, oh my gosh, oh, thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. And I knew that that was the Lord, that was the Lord. I don't care what nobody tells me. Yeah, I knew that was God with that day when my car broke down and that car started up, bumpy and all, like sound like it's ready to just shut down once again. And somehow the car drove all the way from there, from that main highway, all the way to, I'm going to say around where I live. That's like a 35-minute ride. And it made it from there all the way to the car place, the car repair place. I said, oh, thank you, Lord Jesus. I had to pee. I was sitting in the car holding my urine. I was like, I don't know how long I'm going to take this. I said, I'm going to have to go outside and pee in front of everybody and it possibly risk having a cop come after me, you know, because they don't, you know, I'm sitting there exposing myself. But I have to go to the bathroom. And I drove all the way out. 35 minutes. And I just knew that was the Lord. I just thanked the Lord. When I told the man, and the guy that was taking my car keys, and I told him what happened. When I told him what happened, he looking at me like I'm crazy. I said, the good Lord was there. I was just so thankful. I was just knew that was God. Just the fact the car just started up like that and the car was jumbling and it wasn't even moving that was the Lord. There's no doubt. And you know, like I was talking about this with my with a friend of mine's. You know, she's a believer too, a child of God as well. And she dates a Buddhist, you know, and she's, you know, he's seen things have happened, which I won't discuss on here because it goes deep, but he knows. Yet, you know, he's still, I don't know if he still has given his life, well, given his trust and belief into the Lord. I don't know if he's given his life and time to the Lord, like in the sense of believing on Jesus. But there's times she was struggling. She didn't have any money. And she was in her car. And she told me the story, and I was just like, that's the Lord. And she was stuck there. She was like, I don't know what to do. You know, like how we're going to get out of here. I got to, you know, I think there was something happened at a gas station and they didn't have funds or money. And I don't know if they had enough money to put in their car, you know, for gas. So I don't know the whole situation, but she said when she prayed, she opened the door and she looked down and there was $100 bill sitting right near her car. And she says, oh my gosh. And she said, this is the Lord. That is God. You know, if somebody sits back and says that's a coincidence, they say my situation is a coincidence, her situation is a coincidence. You crazy. That's not a coincidence. Coincidences don't happen that many times. You know, the fact that she opened the door and the $100, it's not even was $1 or $2, it was $100 bill sitting right near the outside of her door. She opens the door and looks down and sees it. It says, this is God. And I said, yep, that was the Lord. And she told her boyfriend, she says, I mean, don't you see? See how the Lord works? See, the devil likes to attack. He likes to attack our mind. He likes to attack our relationships. He likes to attack our health, our mental health, our finances. He likes to attack us in all areas, in every kind of way possible, to make you not trust the Lord, to make you feel doubtless and hopeless and weak. And that's what the devil does. The book of Job, man, I wish I have my Bible in here, but that'd be a good thing to do, is read the Bible right now. I got some light right here. underneath looking for underneath this light, the night light. But yeah, that's what the devil does. He likes to kill, steal, and destroy. He likes to devour the minds of people. And if you're a child of God, he's going to definitely try to attack you. He's going to try to cause so much division. That's why he attacks the children of God the most, because he loves to cause division. He likes to cause division in the church of God. He likes to cause confusion. And when there's confusion, nobody knows where to turn. And see, the thing is, if we are people we're representing Christ in the sense that we are believers, we're following him, and there's all this confusion, it makes people say, well, what's going on? So see, the devil likes to cause all that trouble. And he loves to just attack you because he's so resentful that you have the grace and mercy of God. He's so resentful and hates your faith in the Lord. He hates that. I don't know what would have happened if I didn't have God in my life. I don't know what kind of person I would be. I don't know where I'd be today. I definitely wouldn't be the person I am today. I could tell you that. I think I'd been gone to a mental home by now. Probably hurt a couple of people by now. Strangled a couple of people by now. Beat somebody up. I think a lot of bad things would have happened had I not had the Lord. I just, seeing myself what kind of person I could be, I just feel like I would have lost it a long time ago. And just looking to make sure that they're not coming. I don't want to miss them. But yeah, it's it's a serious thing, your relationship with God. And I just feel like I would just be a whole different person. I know I would. I definitely would have been in a mental home. I could just say that. But I just know it. I just know me. I would have been in a mental home. I would have snapped. I would have hurt a lot of people. I would have been doing drugs, probably drinking, sleeping around, doing all sorts of things because I'm trying to escape reality. But see, when you have the Lord, the Lord is your reality. And you don't have to escape reality because you have God with you. And you have his light with you. You don't have to run to drugs or to alcohol. It's not wrong with having a little wine to feel good, but I'm talking about that's your God. That's like what your source is when you need to run away from something. We have the Lord. When we need to come to somebody, when something bad is going on, we just run to the Lord because that's who we run to. That's our God. He's our light. He is the sun that shines in our light, in our life. So it's, I always think of those things as a constant reminder how the Lord always comes through. Yes, in this life, you're going to have unfortunate situations. And like I say, you have to expect to be attacked. You have to expect the attacks from the devil, and just know that it's not going to prosper. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. The devil may make it seem like he's getting away with that, but he's not. He's never winning. He just wants you to believe that. Hi, Benny Vibes. What's happening? Well, as far as my health, I'm all good. I'm working. I'm very thankful. Right now, I ain't doing so good with this flat tire right now. I'm waiting for Progressive to come there. I don't know when they're coming, and I'm stuck here in front of my job. I was supposed to have been left like, what time is it? 6:13. I was supposed to be out of here about like what, 5:20, almost an hour ago. I was looking forward to going home and taking a nice nap, cleaning up maybe, and then cooking some dinner. But that's not happening now. But it's good. This weekend, I'm definitely going to relax. I'm not going nowhere. I'm going to just, donate a little bit more, take care of some stuff around the house. How about you, Benny Vibes? How's everything going? I change you will if close, but I'm in UK. Benny Vibes. Oh, thanks. I have no idea about changing tire wheels. You know what? Now that I'm in this predicament, I want to learn how to now. I do, because, if I knew how to do this, I wouldn't even be sitting here, So I'm going to learn how to do this. Maybe one day, if my husband's outside or whatever, and his friend is out there because he deals with cars, maybe they could teach me a little bit, because it's important. I mean, especially the winter is hitting around. I mean, it's going to be cold. I'm thinking a little bit more smarter now. I'm like, okay, I want to get things set up ahead of time. I want emergency stuff for if I break down. If it's cold, you should have like covers in your car in the back seat. You should have a bottle of water, definitely. I'm good here. Can't wait till summer. I know summer's going, right? To be honest, my favorite season is fall. So I love the fall. Like, the fall is beautiful. It's perfect. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's just right. But when it's the summer, it's too hot. The spring is not bad, but I don't like the bugs. And winter's too damn cold. And you're like, so much that can happen. You're stuck there, ice storms, all sorts of things. But that's why I'm thinking this year I got to be a little bit more smart before I leave that house. Make sure I got covers. I have a first aid kit. Make sure I have bottles of water. Heck, bring a couple of snacks and put them in the what do they put, the glove compartment, so that way you can eat some snacks while you're waiting for someone to tow you behind. You might want to bring a couple of knives, if you know what I mean. Because you don't know who's standing around. That's why I said I want to get my gun license, because I've been saying for the longest time I need I believe in open carry. I believe in that, and there's too many bad people out there. Somebody come up near your car trying to work their way in or whatever, you got protection. Like, boom, boom, that's it. Hi, Colin. How you doing, Colin? Colin. Hi, Colin. Oh, Colin. Oh, lots of love to you, Colin. What was it? Colin, I'm stuck here. I'm waiting for the Progressive people to come, the car insurance people, because my tire went flat on the right side. Yeah. Yes, how you doing, Colin? I was glad to see you with us the other night. Let's see. Why is my radio on? Let me turn that off. I just have my heat on very low because I'm trying to save my gas. Give me 1 second. I just want to see if they sent me a text message. Hold on 1 second. Just give me a second. Let's see. Cancel. I don't want to stop streaming. I had to reconnect. Emergency tire inflator puncher seal in a can is good. Get a few cans. Okay. I don't even, what's weird, Benny and Colin? When I was driving this morning, there was nothing wrong with my tires. Everything was fine. You know, there was nothing wrong. I'm driving. There's no flat tire signs and nothing like that. I get ready to leave home and it's a crazy day. When I say it was crazy, it was just bizarre, crazy. Like it's just unusual that all these crazy things are happening all at once. I, dealing with the patients and all this stuff, the insurances. It just seemed like everything was hitting all at once. And then when I left, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to go home. Oh, I'm ready to go home and go take a nap, and then we'll cook dinner. Oh no, get in my car. The thing comes on. I say, oh no, not this time. Not this time. And my husband's like, it just seems like everything bad keeps happening. He says on the phone, yep, it just has to be us, or whatever. And it was at 28 psi, and it went from 23. It went from 23 to 1, and I looked, the whole tire's flat. I don't know if there was a needle in there. I don't know. But the last time I had a tire leak, it was slow, and there was a needle in the tire, and it didn't go flat that quickly. So I don't know if it has something to do with the cold. Candy, I'm okay. We will chat in the reality world soon, and you know where it is. Yes, Colin. Yes. Yes, I do. Yes. I know where it is. But yeah, so what you guys do today? You guys work or anything? Doing anything I don't know? Ooh. Boy, I'm thirsty. Boy, I'm gonna have to I may have to go in. Is that Progressive? Please tell me it's them. Let me see if their sign is on there. Please. I mean, they haven't sent me any I don't know if that's them or not. I don't know if they sent me any text message. They didn't send me anything. Let me see. He's going around. See, is he going back that way? I don't know. Because I haven't gotten any text message from anyone. If I don't hear nothing back in about 30 minutes, I'm going to call them, just say, hey, what's the update? What time are they coming and stuff. But I'm telling you right now, I may need a glass of wine when I get home just to wooze and relax, Or a coffee. That'd be even better. Good thing is that I know that I'm walking distance away from a couple of stores, but it's just too dark. Is that them? That may be them. Okay, hold on 1 second here. That may be them. Is that them? I think it is. Hold on 1 second, okay? I don't know if that's them or not. I got to check as a person in the van. That's going to be funny if it's not them. I'm embarrassment of myself. Wonder. No, I don't think that's them. He went into the building. I was like, I didn't want to say hi to him or whatever. Next thing you know, he's like, what the hell's going on? He just came in with a paper. I don't know who that is. But they may have like a sign like saying Progressive or something in front of their van. I thought that was them at first. How embarrassing that would be, if you came out of the car and did that. Yeah, I don't think that's them. No. That's probably someone else. I thought that was. I'm glad I didn't like yell at him. Hey, I'm over here, and he's like, "What? Who are you, woman?" Oh boy, Candy, we have a bit of snow, but only light, like a dust of snow. I love New York City with all my heart. I know. Colin, I went to New York City recently. I went out there to go visit one of my family members. They have dementia and they're on their way out. They're old and, you know, they're gonna be leaving soon. But I told my sister I would like to go out there again and see them one more last time, or a couple more times if they can hang on, you know, whenever God allows them to stay, But yeah, I went out there. I took some videos of us walking around. Maybe I'll post it up for you. We walk around the old buildings and stuff like that. But I had some little flurries the other day. Just looking, I'm like, who is that? I had some little flurries. What was it, a couple of days ago, but it didn't stick or anything. But I have a feeling that this year is going to be a bad winter. I think that, I don't know what it is. I just feel like it's going to be a bad winter. But I would rather it come early than later, because that way, if it comes early, that means it will end sooner, and then we'll have early spring. And I mean, spring is nice in the beginning, but when it starts getting more towards the summer, it's like the bees are all out, But yeah, Colin, I'm just like, just the way to end off the day, right? Yeah, I had a crazy day, and then they're like, "Oh, we're not finished yet. Let's just put some more pitchforks in your ass." I mean, like, it's nutty, Who is that? Oh, that's some black card here. Just someone's picking somebody up. Oh, it's the other girl that works next to me across the hall. She's getting picked up. See, that's something I need to think about doing. I need to be honest, I need to really find a job that's closer to home. See, my husband, he drives about 30 minutes to work, as well. He drives a good distance, but it's not like through the highway and, going too far out of the town, It's like more like 30 minutes because of street lights, holding him up or whatever. Sometimes he gets there in like 25 minutes, but at least he's closer to home than I am. And I'm, people are more familiarized with the area that he's at than the area that I'm at, Candy, you keep them scriptures going, because if one person listens, we have made the Father happy. In the spring, they will bloom. Oh, God bless you. Oh, you too, Colin. And thanks for reminding me, because I need to be reminded of these things, to stay rooted in the Word of God, And that's really my biggest focus right now. My big focus is just, staying rooted in the Word of God. I'm just keeping my doors locked. Staying rooted in the Word of God, growing in the Word of God, and doing what God calls me to do. See, I don't know what God has in store for me. I don't know what he has in store for you, but his children, we're meant to minister and to grow in the Word, in his Word. You know what I mean? Grow spiritually. So I'm waiting to see what he reveals. Like, what is it that he wants me to do? And I will do it with his help, with his strength. Because I can't do things alone. Hey, you remember when he was on the mountain and Satan tried to tempt him? He was trying to tempt him. He says, "Man don't live by bread alone, but by every word of God." Man don't live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. So we live by the word. We live by faith. Everything that's of the material perishes. Oh, Colin. Yeah. But yeah, it's just these past couple of years, so much has happened. You know what I mean? so much has happened, but it's in the sense in the spiritual. Like me and my sister, for instance, we both started really wanting to get serious about our relationship with God more and growing in God. A matter of fact, this year, last year started, I stopped putting the tree up. I don't mind celebrating Christmas and doing things for the holidays with the family members, but I don't want to put the tree up because I've have so much convictions about things. There's a time that I was just more like, oh, celebrate trick or treat. Let's go. Let's go have fun. It's not that bad. Oh, let's celebrate the holidays. Let's celebrate Easter, whatever. And I don't discourage anybody for if they want to celebrate something, that's their choice. But I'm just saying in a sense of that, the more that we've grown in our relationship with the Lord, it just seems like things are convicting us more now. And so I don't want to put the tree up because I've learned of winter solstice, the pagans, and how their customs was that way. And so we celebrate Christmas around the same time that the pagans do winter solstice, and they used to do the tree and decorating and stuff. So it's just led me to feel some kind of way. So I don't really want to put the tree up, but it's just weird, And so I tell people, I say, hey, if you want to put the tree up, that's on you. But me, it just, for some reason, it just seems like it's been hitting my conscience, a lot of things. The holidays, things I may entertain myself with, I try my best, but it's just like I just feel like I'm being convicted so from four corners of the wall, with everything. I completely stopped celebrating Halloween. I said I ain't celebrating Halloween no more because I know I shouldn't be not celebrating a holiday from the get-go. Oh my gosh! And the thing is, I'm a creative person, so I like to have fun. I like to use my imagination and things, but I would like to use it more in a good way, a way that I know I'm not, I'm not doing something that's going to be convicting, if you get what I'm saying. I want to use my imagination in a good way, not in a bad way or a way I shouldn't be. Remember Sally when I made that pumpkin? Oh my gosh, that's a good example. I could be pretty twisted in imagination land, Gosh. But sometimes you look back at things and you feel convicted about stuff. But yeah, so it's just these past couple years, I just want to take it up a notch, grow my relationship with the Lord. And I remember one day watching this video, with the Lord and Peter, the one that denied him 3 times, and the cock crew, and he realized that he denied Jesus 3 times. He claimed he didn't know the Lord when they were going to crucify him. And when I saw the part where the Lord was just so forgiving to Peter, he asked Peter after the resurrection, Peter, do you love me? And he says, of course I do, Lord. And he asks him again, Peter, do you love me? And he says, of course, I love you. Then he asks him the 3rd time. Peter started feeling like, sad. He's like, because he asked him a 3rd time. He says, of course, all things. Like he's like saying in essence, all things. I love you, God. And he says, then feed my sheep. That hit me. When I heard that, and it says, feed my sheep, that hit me. That really convicted me in my soul. And it stuck in my head. And I was just like, feed my sheep. So I'm thinking in my head, like, oh man, that's like felt so convicting to me. And I felt like, all these years I'm hanging around people, but I don't ever tell them about God. I don't ever tell them about the Lord Jesus Christ. I don't ever tell them about our purpose here. And so I felt convicted. And a lot of stuff started happening too, spiritually, and stuff with my friend. Things that, if I told people, they would think that we were nuts, but there was just so many witnesses to see what we see. And it's it's just sometimes you tell people things they don't believe you. You know what I mean? But it always gets me thinking back to the scripture with the rich man and Lazarus when he went to hell. And he saw the poor man, Lazarus, on the other side of heaven with Abraham. He was on Abraham's side, his bosom. And the rich man was like, please tell my brothers about this place. Raise someone from the dead. They'll believe in the Lord now. Yeah, if you raise someone from the dead, they'll believe. Well, guess what? They said, even if we raise somebody from the dead, they still will not believe. And that's true. So, I could sit here and tell me, the witnesses that I was around, including my friend who had the spiritual attacks happening, we could sit here and tell people everything and say what happened to us, and they still won't believe us. They still will not believe. So it's like, I don't waste my time trying to speak on those things. And really the only way to the Lord is by faith. And that's it. Candy, 42nd, 7th West, New York City, Massey's. And hopefully I'm coming back. I made a promise to come back, Candy. I wanted to come this year, but for unforeseen things, that's why I didn't come this year. Oh, but I will hopefully next year. Well, sometimes things happen, Colin, Sometimes, things happen and you're like, oh, I want to go to New York. And then sometimes things happen for a reason. Sometimes some things happen for a reason. I would love to see you, and meet up in New York City with all of our peeps, But hey, Colin, that would be nice, But, sometimes things happen for a reason, and we may feel like it's a misfortune, right? But really, it's a blessing. And I'm gonna tell you something. I knew a woman named Emma Drummer. Her name was. And she was a Christian woman. And I remember when I was 16, 17, I used to go to her house to do Bible study. And she told me this story. I'll never forget, where she said that she was invited to a party, a friend's party, and people were supposed to pick her up. Well, it just seems like the first time someone came to go pick her up, she missed the ride and they left. They drove off. So, okay, what's going on here? So I think she said like she called a taxi or something like that. And the second time they went and she missed the ride again. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't make it to this party. Oh my goodness, what's going on? Like, why can't I just Jesus, just seems like unfortunate things keep happening, right? So then I think she had one more car miss. I forgot who it was who was supposed to pick her up, and it never came to pick her up. And I remember she told me the story. So then she just said, forget it. This sucks. As anybody else would think, oh, I missed out of a good party, could have gone, whatever. Come to find out, the people that she was supposed to ride back home with got to a massive car accident. Everybody dead. Everybody. I think they were decapitated, if I'm not mistaken. They're all dead. All four of those people in that car that she was supposed to go out with and come back home with ended up in a massive, deadly car accident. As she says, now I see why I kept missing those rides. So what turned out to be a misfortune was actually a blessing in disguise, because God saved her that night from being in that car with those people. Sometimes we wonder why does things keep happening and why I'm being prevented from doing something? And then you turn around, you turn the television on or something, you may see something, say, oh my gosh, this is why I couldn't go this time. You never know. Yes, Colin. Yes. But you will get a chance to come here. I'm sure you will, when the time is right. But I figure I share that with you because, there's just things in life where it's so strange where you're like, wow, I can't do something, and you think it's a misfortune, and then you turn around and you say, oh shoot, had I gone, oh my gosh, I would have got to probably a massive car accident. Heck, the other day I did a stream about this. There was a deadly car accident. Now, I don't know what would have happened if I had gone straight down that road and came back from the bank that day, because that same road is the road I would have to drive on to get back home from the bank. There was a massive car accident, and I mean, it was disturbing. Car all mangled up. 2 people dead, and 1 person flew to Cooper Hospital. And I prayed for those people. One of them survived. I don't know if they died on their way to the hospital or not, but I pray that they didn't. But it's just a sad thing. But I was like thinking in my head, like, it's so weird that I had it in my mind, go to the bank. You gotta do something with a check or whatever. I said, I gotta go cash that check, but something says, you know what, go eat lunch, go back home and go eat lunch. Do that later. So I go back home. I eat lunch and everything. And it just seems like I kept procrastinating. Something kept making me procrastinate to leave the house and to go on that road to go to the bank. And I'm thinking in my head, like, it's weird. And then I ended up leaving late for work. So I couldn't, I'm like thinking like, okay, let me drive down there to see if I could even make it to the bank. When I got there, the car accident already happened. I don't know. They said it happened like a half an hour before I left, but who knows? We don't know what would have happened. I could have been on my way back home and gotten to that accident. We don't know. Could have been anybody, but it does leave you off wondering. Like, wow, what would have happened? So it's like, I'm like, it was just really strange. And it started bringing me flashbacks about my accident and that. But wonder, when are these people going to come? I want to go home. Oh, gosh. Oh, goodness. Hi, EQ. What's happening, EQ? You just got home. I wish I was getting home. I'm stuck. I'm broke down here because of my stupid tire. And I'm waiting for Progressive to come. I don't know when they're going to come out here to fix this tire. They said they were going to text me and let me know. And I may have to call them and find out when they're going to be on their way, because I'm far away from home. EQ is weird. Like, the tire was perfectly fine this morning. There's nothing wrong with these tires. As soon as I go step out my door, I'm like, oh, it was a very crazy day today. Let me tell you. Very stressful, very crazy. It just was chaotic. So I go out my door. I say, okay, it's time to go home. Putting the keys in. Bye, Jen. Putting the keys in. Next thing you know, oh, shoot, the tire symbol's coming up. And I thought that maybe just need a little extra air. It said 23 PSI, right? I start to move. It goes right down to 1. Just like that. Wheel tumbling and everything. I'm glad I didn't move off onto the highway and this happened, because then I'd be far away from my job. At least I can go to the bathroom or do something if I have to go back in. But, yeah, EQ flat tire, all completely flat. And I don't even know how it happened. I don't know if there's a nail in there. I don't know, because it was driving perfectly fine. You may have picked up a nail or screw. Yeah, I do drive on the main highway a lot. And so there's a lot of trucks and everything. So I don't know if some nails fell off the truck and it went through my tire. But it sucks because, I don't know if that's the tire that I paid for recently. So I'm going to find out, because the first time it was on the driver's side. Now it's this one. Can you please ring them again? You pay for a service, grip them by the short curlies. Or grab them by the pee-pee if they don't hurry up. Or grab them and yank their little winky dinky. Or grab them by the dinky winky. Yeah. Oh boy. EQ, how was your day today? How was work? Yeah, but I was telling Colin that, I really need to think about looking for a job closer to home. I mean, this is like, this is a lot. And I want to learn how to start changing a tire if I ever had a flat tire. Yep, EQ, I'm still in the parking lot. I'm glad I didn't move. Something told me just stay right here. And surely that number, that PSI went down to 1. And so I called my husband and told him, oh, busy. Oh, boy. I'm putting the charger on so I don't lose battery or anything. But you've been very busy. I know, EQ. Same here. Busy and crazy stuff going on. God protect you and keep you safe from all harm. Oh, thanks, Jonathan. Hi, Jonathan. How's everything going? I appreciate that. Always God first, If it wasn't for the Lord, I don't know. I'd be out there. I tell you that right now. I'd be panicking. I'd be acting crazy. But God just gives me a sense of peace and ease. It keeps me collected and calm. Not that I can't get anxious, but God just, he when I think about the Lord, he's reminded me, don't worry about things. It's gonna be okay. How's your day, Jonathan? Did you go to work too? You got roadside assistance? Yes, through my insurance company. I called them about like an hour ago. And so I'm waiting for them to come. I thought that van that was pulling by was camera. Oh, you're retired. Oh, okay, Jonathan. Hey, that's even better. I know people say like, they don't want to be retired because they want to work, but hey, at least you don't have to deal with this stuff. At least you're near home. You don't have to worry about getting from home. Yeah. Jonathan, I work very far away from home. Like I'm a good 45 minutes away, but I really should look for something close to home, after this. I like this job that I'm at. That's why I stay here and I take the 45-minute drive. But whenever it's time to move to the next place, I want to find something a little closer to home. Heck, I may even work on the base, and just do medical assisting there. I don't know. I have to see. Keep alert of your surroundings. I will. And that's another reason why I'm like, it's a good thing I'm streaming, because that way I can keep everything on camera and everybody can see what's going on. Because it's dark out here, And who knows, some creepy person lurking around. It's got a lot of stuff going on. Hopefully this week is if my internet will let me. Charger out. I think it's the charger doing that to my phone. So I just took it out for now. Yes, EQ. Yeah, I would like to see you stream, EQ. I will be there because I'm not going to be really doing much this weekend. I'm not going to be going anywhere major. I'm going to relax this weekend. I'm going to take care of stuff in my home and maybe work on a new... Let me turn this car off for a second. Let's see. I don't know why it's doing that. We have so much to talk about. Yes, we do. And I'm very thankful, Jonathan, you said that to me. I'm glad you mentioned about the Lord. And, it's always good to be reminded that God is watching. But yeah, there's so much topics, so much things that we want to talk about. I saw Sam I think yesterday or the day before. It might have been yesterday morning. I was driving, he came in. I told him that soon we'll be doing some topics and talking on your stream. We'll do that. But yeah, EQ. It's been one busy, crazy year. Very nutty, But yeah, it's like, do you guys notice there's a glitch going on my phone? And there's a lot of weird stuff going on. Today at work, we found out that there are hospitals getting cyber attacked right now. Hospitals that we know of. They're like doing data, like going through data breach and stuff like that right now. It's all across the state, in my state. So when you try to call for records, there are some people that they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't get into it. And then they had to reschedule all their patients, and now they're booked out even further to 2024. It's crazy. Even the system I use, they're talking about a cyber hack. I said, what? So, EQ, you know what I'm thinking. You know what I'm thinking. And we're going to have to talk backstage about this one. But you know what? Nowadays, you can't say nothing without someone censoring you. You know, you talk about something and YouTube wants to censor you. I haven't even eaten since last night. Yes, it keeps loading. Katie, we will chat with EQ soon. So good night. And God bless you both. Oh, thanks, Colin. God bless you too. And you sleep well, Colin. I don't want to keep you up. Yeah, EQ, there's so much stuff going on. And I want to talk about it backstage because, there's some things I can't talk about on live stream in general, but it's just a little kooky to me. And they're talking about, somebody criticized our office one time because we still use paper and the internet, because unfortunately the government requires us to document things. But someone criticized us. They were like, oh, you're still using paper? Girl, you're in 2023. You about to go to 2024. And I was like, you better start. Those papers need to go. And I said, well, I'm sorry, but if something happens to these computers, we got everything on file. And guess what we got going on right now? See? These things are not reliable. Hi, Sam. How you doing? Hi, Sam Spade. What's happening? Sam, I'm stuck here. I'm waiting for Progressive to come. They're supposed to come here and fix my tire. Heck, I don't have what is that thing called AAA? I don't have AAA, but I got roadside assistance this time. I was smart. I said, I'm not going to be stupid this time. What's happening, Sam? Good, have a hard copy on file. Exactly, Q. Like, all these people putting their trust and reliance in this electronic stuff. You can't. That's why now everyone's stuff is, you can't even look up certain stuff now. Oh, Sam, I haven't even gotten a chance to yet because yesterday I had to work overtime. And then after that, I had to go drive 45 minutes, go on shopping. And then after that, I cooked quesadillas for my husband. And by the time I got home, it was like 9, 10 o'clock. I fell out. I was just so tired. And today, same thing, and work. Crazy day, the whole cyber thing going on. And then my tire flats out. But I haven't forgotten. I'm going to be looking that up. Yes. I was hoping to get home today, and I was like, oh, let me just go home and relax for just a little bit before I do my wifely duties. Oh, nope. It wasn't going to happen today. They said, oh, no, we're not done pricking you on the side with the pitchforks anymore. Click, click. Oh, boy. Yeah. Sam, how you doing? How was your day going? I heard that switch between New Jersey and New York City. Oh, what switch, Colin? Oh boy, was there something I don't know that I need to know about? I'm still on this side of the ground. Oh, you heard the switch on my accent. See, I don't know when it happens. I can't even tell the difference. Oh boy. And you're good calling me. I don't know when I switch, Shoot, I mean, I've grown up around so many different dialects of people. It's crazy. But hey, the New York is always in me. That's never going to leave. Like hey, that was my first accent right there. Stays with me. Okay, Candace, weather not too good, very cold. Oh, is it snowing your way, Sam? I don't have any snow going on right now. I had some flurries a couple of days ago. I was telling them that I think it's going to be a bad winter this year. New York City always. Yes, Colin. You know me. That's my hometown. I'm from Brooklyn, okay? Heck, once you're raised in Brooklyn, always Brooklyn. It doesn't matter what age you are. That just always goes with you. The mentality, everything. You know? Yes, but only light snow. Oh, okay, Sam. All right, that's at least good. It's not like a major snowstorm. See, I kind of want a major snowstorm so that way I could stay home from work. Me, EQ want to stay home and be like big little kids. we just want to stay home and just have hot chocolate and look at the snowfall and just have the little what is those little mittens on your feet, the slippers on your foot, and just have a robe on, just sitting there with some coffee and hot chocolate tea. But have like a diffuser, essential oils going through your nostrils. Like, don't even need weed. Oh, I just got it right here. I mean, like, I'm hoping for a nice major snowstorm throughout the winter where we just sit home and relax. have smoke blown out of our nose from all of the fog that's coming in when we have the fireplace on. Oh boy. Got hot chocolate, coffee, and tea. That's all I want. Be like big kids. Heck, sometimes the inner child got to come out of you. Who's that? Is that the progressive people? Oh no, that's a van coming out. I'm like, where are they at? Waiting for these people. Oh, let's see, who is this coming? No, that's Prime Amazon. Boy, how far are they? They're probably helping other people. But yes, Sam, I know what you mean. Sometimes you're just like you just want a nice warm day too, so you can take a nice walk or so. It doesn't matter how cold it is. I got to still sit outside every morning and have my coffee. I got to see that all the time, go up there as much as I can and just sit out there, the robe and towel and blanket and stay warm and see the sunrise. Well, it's bedtime for me. Bye, everyone, and stay safe. You too, Sam. Sam, much love. It's good to see you. And I'm glad that you're doing okay. Stay warm. Put on a nice robe and get all nice and snuggled up in bed. Justine was here earlier. She was like, I have insomnia. I said, Justine, you need your sleep. Nighty night, Colin. Oh, I love you, Colin. Oh man, I wish I could snuggle up in my bed. Don't forget, Candace. I won't, Sam. I remember yesterday about that courageous woman you told me about. I gotta look her up when I get a chance. I wanted to look her up yesterday, but it's just like seems like every time I turn around, there's always something going on. It's like you just can't. Me and EQ, it's like we can't catch a break. It's like every time we turn around, something either bad has to happen or something's going on. If it's not something bad going on, is we're busy and we're working and it's like we're doing all this overtime and running around. I might as well sing that song that's on Mermaid. Remember that witch Ursula? It's like those poor unfortunate souls in pain, indeed. We're those poor unfortunate souls. Not really, but that's how it feels like sometimes. I feel like you got this black mean cloud sitting over our head with raindrops falling on our heads. It's like following us everywhere. You're like, geez, I can't get a break. Get away from me. But Candy, save the power for your phone for them to come to you. I am calling. I'm about to shut down in a few and charge my phone. I'm going to call them after this. And if I have to go to the bathroom, I'll just go back inside and use the bathroom. I just don't want to sit in the office too much while no one's there. Because I'm afraid I'm going to miss somebody while they're driving. And let's say they don't text me, and they just drive in here and just decide, well, let me just leave. So I'm just like, I'll sit in here. Definitely have some time with God, Hey. I'm always safe under the Lord's wings. But yes, Sam, don't worry. I'm going to get around to studying and looking into the history of Sophie Shaw. I remember her name, see? I'm telling you, it's funny. It's like really cute, like, or there's always something bad happening or something going on. Oh boy, it's like, the weekend is here. Oh no, not this time. Now you got to do this. Like, what? Oh my gosh. Oh, but this weekend, I'm hoping this is going to be a weekend that we can all get together, have some time together and talk, have some coffee and wine, just relax, maybe even watch some One Step and Beyond or something if we have some time. And then we'll go backstage and have a nice talk. Yes. And EQ, of course, if you're streaming, I'm going to be there and we can share that video that you shared with me on the email. So that way we can watch it together. Yes. Yes, EQ. Yeah, it's been a while. We do for a visit. For a visit with everybody. Some music, some good times. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Oh, let the good times roll. I think who sings that? The Cars. I think that's from the band The Cars. They sing that song. Maybe my internet will let me. I know. It's just like every time we turn around, one thing after another, EQ. But I'm starting to wonder now because, remember when I told you about that cyber thing? It makes me wonder if they cybering up many other people, Because it's weird because it's like, you got a new modem and everything and you still having issues. But I'll tell you, I'll talk more about that backstage because, I don't trust anything with YouTube anymore. Like, I feel like if you say one little thing that's offensive, they want to block you or censor you or something. Sam, when he was here yesterday, they deleted his comment about Sophie Shaw. Yeah, that just for no reason. It's just they're just taking people's stuff down. Yeah, EQ's like, you can't talk about nothing no more, like without somebody getting offended. You might as well just freaking speak sign language. Like, that don't make any sense. I can see, okay, if we're threatening somebody, ready to hurt someone or kill somebody, or, we're talking about some inappropriate things that's really vile and foul and evil and mean. But that's not what we're doing. We're talking about our beliefs, differences in opinion, things that history, But it just seems like everything you talk about is meant to offend people. And you know what? Now that this is getting me thinking back to something that a man said back a year or two ago on a radio on 104.5. I think his name is Bill Spadia. And he was mentioning how nowadays people are not equipped to have conversations and learn how to deal with being offended. It's almost like everything's offensive and no one's allowed to communicate and talk their differences on things without getting angry or violent or making you look like a bad person. It's just like, what the hell? You can't talk about nothing. They only want you to talk about the things they want you to talk about. That's it. Yeah, they did. They deleted his comment. And I was like, what? And I'm looking on StreamYard. StreamYard don't show you everything like YouTube does. Like, I'm on a YouTube chat, so I can actually see when something's being deleted, when something's being taken off, So I can see all these things on here. Excuse me. Yeah. So, it just seems like that. Like, even if you want to talk about something, you can't because people are just quick to be offended by every little thing. Their emotions get all tickled. They tickle their wee-wees, they get sad, and they want to fight about every little thing instead of talking about stuff. Oh, thanks, EQ. I had a little fuzz in my nose for a second. Yeah, it's just, it's just different generation. Like, everybody gets offended by everything. Try to talk about something, they're offended. Say something, you're offended. You could be nice and they'll just be offended. Like, it doesn't matter what you do. Heck, if you try to, like, not even deal with their BS, right? And you're like, okay, I'm just gonna be kind. I'm just gonna mind my business and do my work. I'm not fighting with you. Guess what? You're passive aggressive. Yeah. It's just like this. There's always something wrong. You got to find something. It doesn't matter what you do. It's nutty. It's always one thing after another. They're everything is an offense. It doesn't matter what you do. Damn you do, damn you don't. I'm glad you didn't call an ambulance or had a medical emergency. Oh yeah, EQ. Oh gosh, that would have not been good. That's something I don't need. Or none of us need that right now, right? Oh gosh. Yeah. It's just I'm just glad that it's just a flat tire, nothing else. But I just pray to the Lord that just I get home safely, safe and sound, cuddled in my bed. And then tomorrow I'm just going to put a new tire on. I'm going to go to Mavis Tires and have them put on a new tire. That's what I have them do. Yeah, they are, EQ. I'm about to call them and say, hey, I haven't heard anything. I've been sitting here for like an hour and a half now. But heck, maybe I'll be praying and stuff, and I'll probably be reading some Bible on my phone. Now, you know how you can read your Bible on the phone? I rather it in the book where I can feel the pages, but hey, just reading it on phone is good enough too. Yeah, how long do they normally take, EQ, roadside assistance? Because, I don't think I've ever had them come out. I'm trying to figure out where's the local Progressive site where they leave from. Put this onto the charger. I'm going to start charging his phone because at 15%. And if I have to go back inside, that's what I'm going to do. But just to charge it. But I just don't want to miss these people, so I'm going to call them in a few minutes. An hour and a half. Yeah, it's been just about that much because I've been streaming for 53 minutes. And I called them prior to that time. So, I've been waiting for a while now. I don't know where they are. And they were like, oh, you're eligible. Because I pay for roadside assistance in my insurance. So they better bring that to me. The longest you ever waited was 45 minutes. Is that dumb? Please tell me that's dumb. No. It's Amazon. Jeez, see more Amazon freaking trucks flying by here than anything. Maybe it's a busy night. I don't know. But I'm going to call them. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give them a call right now and just say, hey, do you have an approximate time they're going to be here? Because I've been waiting here for a while now. I pay for this on my, on my plan. I better get some assistance here. Shoot, it would have been better for me to go get a tow truck and go to a freaking nearby tire station than wait doing that. But then again, I don't want to waste money. At least I'm near a toilet. If I got to go back in there and go take a leak, there you go. And I mean, there's restaurants nearby there where I can walk to, but I don't want to walk at this time of night. It's dangerous. Dangerous. And, this is near, where. I already told you where I work at. And I'm not far from the bad neighborhood. So, I don't need to be having problems. But, EQ, I'm going to go. I'm going to start this carp again and put on the charger. And I'm going to call these people and find out, like, how long. So that way they give me an approximate time and I can go run in and go take a leak. I will. And I'll text you and give you an update of what's going on and let you know. And of course, I'm going to have some time with the Lord. Okay, EQ. And I will text you about the weekend, what we're going to do. Because, I mean, I'm not going anywhere this week. I'm going to relax this weekend. You know, I am not going anywhere. I got to relax, you know, so especially Saturday. Okay, EQ, you get something in your stomach. You didn't eat since last night. You need something in your belly. You pretty much did a 24-hour fast. Okay, Colin and EQ, much love. And everybody else out there, okay? Take care, and I'll give you an update, EQ, of what happened. I got to, of course, give them a call now, and hopefully they'll be here soon. Much love. Bye-bye.